emails back from a few city councillors who said they didn't have time to meet with me. Some said they were continuing to monitor the community's stance on water fluoridation and they would get back to me. They have the chance now to right the wrong that's been going on in this country for so many years.
People who are voting these things in, I don't think they even know what they're voting on half the time. I've sent emails off to councillors, I've not got any responses back.
If we show them that it's been associated with lowered IQ, cancer, thyroid dysfunction, kidney damage, dental and skeletal fluorosis, and they still say, let's keep it in the water supply.
Email your counselor, call them, call Mayor Rob Ford and tell him that you want the fluoride out of the water supply.
Yeah, why are we wasting my tax dollars to put this toxic waste into our water supply?
It's freedom of choice. Everybody should have the choice to decide what goes in their body. And a no vote gives people that choice because fluoridation will not resume. They will not begin to put fluoride back in the water supply again. And a yes vote actually takes that choice away from the residents of Amesbury because the people that don't want the toxin in the water won't have the opportunity because it will begin to be fluoridated again. And the third thing is it's unethical to ask somebody else to ingest something, in particular a toxin, against their will.
In the places where the councils have chosen to override the medical officer of health's advice to continue fluoridating, the sky has not fallen in on those municipalities. There has not been rampant decay because of ceasing fluoridation. All of the things that were purported to come about as a result of stopping fluoridation have just not manifested themselves. But an individual council doesn't have a lot of time to seek advice from other councils who have already made the decision beforehand. So what happens is they take the best advice they have available from whatever expert they deem is credible. So the secret for citizens is not to protest, but to get informed. And when medical officers of health or dental professionals step forward with old 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old information and flaunt that in front of council as the latest and greatest absolute truth regarding fluoridation, it's informed citizens in every case that I've been involved with who have trumped what the local medical dental authorities have trotted out and have trounced them literally with it and sent them reeling back under the rocks from which they've crawled.
More than 30,000 people weighed in on the debate. In the end, the difference was just 195 votes in favor of stopping the fluoridation of Waterloo water.
Well, I was pro-fluoride. I've said yes to fluoride. So for me, it's up to the citizens, and that's what the referendum is all about.
Fluoridation started in 1966. The debate was intense.
We had hoped that the message about science, about looking after our oral health and our overall health would resonate with the public.
Well, this resident was in favor of the status quo.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but from the common knowledge, I've been told to vote yes for fluoride.
But this man who voted no was not convinced.
I didn't hear too much talk about it with my coworkers or friends or family, which I thought was a bit surprising.
The no side says the voters have made their wishes known.
So even though it's a close vote, I think it speaks loudly to the wishes of the public.
In advance of the vote, regional councillors who will ultimately approve the end of fluoridation made it clear they would honour the outcome. The next step appears to be clear.
This new council will send direction to the region of Waterloo at their next meeting, which will be in November, that we would like to have the fluoride removed. And this is what we have talked about from day one, that we would follow the wishes of this community.
I think for anybody who cares about wellness, for anybody who cares about good public policy being based on sound decisions made with strong underlying scientific evidence, this is an easy issue to end in the country because it just doesn't meet that test. What it takes is Canadian politicians at the municipal level, because this is where the responsibility is landed, to grow a spine and actually be involved in an objective analysis of the information. You don't have to be a scientist, and it needn't scare you because I think most politicians are very good at smelling out a lie or an untruth when it's presented to them. And because of that fact, it's very easy for seasoned politicians to know where the truth lies. But you got to give it a chance.
By now, it should be quite apparent that water fluoridation is an unethical, unproven, and unnecessary practice with considerable health and environmental risks involved. It does not assist in helping the teeth and is based from flawed science and outdated research. It's time to end water fluoridation all over the world, and the facts and information presented in this film should help you in addressing the issue with credible facts and sources. If you live in a fluoridated community, look for a local group opposed to the practice or start your own. Email your local counselors or call your city's representatives and let them know you do not consent to being medicated and poisoned. The solution to this problem lies on a local level, and if we all work together to address this concern, it will just be a matter of time when water fluoridation is a thing of the past, read about in the history books by future generations. Let your voice be heard. Together, we can make a difference.
If any individual wants to get involved in any local battle, they can also contact the COF-COF general manager at our website, and we compile a list of active groups in various municipalities across the country, and we'll disseminate the name of concerned individuals who want to help out those local groups, so that citizens are not putting up multiple Facebook pages, they're not trying to create multiple user groups for the same effect, and then this way they can band together, not squander their resources, and get the best use out of the resources for the maximum effect, which is to stop this policy.